Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us for Financial Literacy Month, we have Ken Lotocki, Chief Product Officer, Conquest Planning, to discuss why financial plans must be dynamic and actionable. Ken, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Thanks, Jill. Happy to be here.
You got it. In the heart of Financial Literacy Month, which of course is every April, how can making financial planning accessible to more people help consumers become more financially literate?
Yeah, great question. So one of the problems today, maybe I'll start there, is that less than 10% of people around the world have access to financial advice. And generally, people are hesitant to seek out financial advice due to that financial literacy gap. I feel, and we feel at Conquest, that a financial plan with an actionable list of next steps can help a person understand concepts like budgeting, savings, taxation, borrowing, and so on. But most importantly, it helps a person understand their financial goals and the difference between wants and needs. A bespoke financial plan specific to the consumer's unique situation is essentially a guide through the mass of available information and can help a consumer become more financially literate.
As a financial planning technology expert, what are some of the most important elements of a plan that will help consumers live their best financial lives?
Sure. I just mentioned a few elements. I mean, budgeting, savings, taxation, and borrowing. But having that fundamental understanding allows consumers to better interact with financial service providers and the products that are out there, what they can specifically help and how they can specifically help in each consumer's unique situation. But probably the most important is kind of why we're here, is that actionable list of next steps specific to the consumer. And the next steps can be advice or specific recommendations around that budgeting, buying a home, buying a car, using debt effectively, where, how they can save for retirement. And again, specific to the exact and unique needs of everyone that's out there.
Why must financial plans be dynamic and actionable, and what role does technology play in this process?
Sure. A financial plan must be dynamic and actionable because each consumer situation is different and it's always evolving. So a plan with clear next steps can demonstrate the value of financial advice, but sometimes personal, economic, and societal factors can require alterations to those next steps. In my mind, technology makes it easier to identify when a plan is going off track by alerting and identifying to new or different opportunities to consider, which then provides more time for financial professionals to spend on that consumer relationship and act as more of a financial coach rather than what's traditionally been an episodic approach to planning. Conquest is specifically built to support that ongoing coaching model and provide guidance, again, specific to the needs of the consumer. And it's rather than that 300-page client report of the past or that one-pager of charts or tables that, clients in today's financial literacy environment are they're not overly familiar with it. So focusing on what to do next is very important.
How can AI be a bigger part of the future in financial planning?
Sure. The benefit of AI in financial planning is that it can assist in reducing the guesswork that can come from traditional technology. At Conquest, we leverage AI to consider the consumer's unique situation and provide guidance and advice, what we call the next best financial suggestion or financial decision to the end user, whether it's the client using, say, a D2C application or that end financial professional. As an example, we just watched the Masters yesterday or over the weekend, and using that analogy, I like to think of our strategic advice manager, Sam, as the caddy to the financial professional's golfer. Sam is not going to hit the ball, but it's going to suggest the club based on what it knows about the golfer and the course, or though in our case, in Conquest financial planning software's case, the consumer and their unique financial situation.
And I understand that Conquest is built on the foundational belief that every person deserves access to great financial advice. How is your company helping make that a reality?
So we're helping to fulfill our foundational belief that every person deserves access to great financial advice by providing our technology solution that leverages that AI, the SAM, to assist financial professionals in building financial plans more efficiently and quicker than ever before by suggesting that next financial decision, but more importantly, in the best interest of the end consumer. Our platform also scales from the mass market consumer, which is traditionally the most underserved market, those who are either new to the space or potentially in a lower income bracket, all the way up to ultra high net worth consumers. The system generates suggestions with a minimum amount of data. So it scales as the advisor learns more about the client provides more information, and we layer it with financial literacy. Why is someone suggesting to save more? Why is someone suggesting debt in a specific situation? We've also built some amazing consumer-facing applications, both self-directed and hybrid, that can allow the consumer to interact with their plan and also with SAM, our AI, as a better way to understand their financial situation.
And finally, Ken, how can people learn more about Conquest Planning?
Sure. You can learn more about us from our website, conquestplanning.com, or you can visit us on Twitter or LinkedIn.
All right. Sounds great, Ken. We appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
Thanks, Jill.